Hello everybody, welcome to the Point Avenue Public Speaking Competition. This is the first edition of our public speaking competition here at Point Avenue, so you guys here are definitely making a mark in history today. Thank you to all the parents and everyone here joining online to watch our amazing students here present their speeches. I would like to congratulate the students for taking the effort to write your speeches, to practice your speeches, to put on a performance today. I know it's daunting. Some of you told me that you're nervous, but like we said earlier in the workshop, take a deep breath and you can start when you're ready, right? We've done the techniques on how to deal with that anxiety earlier. Today, the speeches will be judged by myself. I'm Coach John. I am a public speaking and debate coach here at Point Avenue, as well as our other judge, Mr. Joseph Aaron Cardenas. He is our literary expert here. He teaches creative writing as well as test preparation. So for any writing enthusiasts, writing aficionados over there, Mr. Joseph is definitely your guy. I don't want to take up too much time. Let's get into the speeches. But before that, a few housekeeping rules, yeah? A speech is between 3 to 5 minutes long. The bell will be rung once at 3 minutes. Bell rings once. So that means that you have 2 minutes left, yeah? And then at 5 minutes, it will be rung twice. That means that your time is up and you should stop your speech. So that we can have the next person. Once you're done with your speeches, don't go back to your seat yet. Stay up front here because each of the judges, for each speaker, there will be one question that either myself or Mr. Joe will ask you a question, right? So after your speech, stay up front. We will ask you a question. You answer the question, and then you can go back to your seat. All good? Sounds great? Great, yeah. Right, so let's get this party started. Let's start with the speeches. I'd like to invite our first speaker, CK.
Hello everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Kantapon Panapat, a P for students of SISB Thonburi campus, and I am going to be speaking to you today about the topic Unite the World. To begin, I would like to let you know that as a child at the age of 10, I really don't know much how to solve the problems of this world. It's far beyond my knowledge. As a young musician, I would like to raise one of the most famous songs in history from John Lennon, Imagine, to let you be more concerned about the peace and unity of this world. The song has a lot more to say than just positive thinking, than just writing. Lennon was asking us to imagine a place where the things that divide us, like skin colors, religions, and possessions, didn't exist. And also as a child, I have my own wishes for this world to be united as one, which would make this world a better place for all of us. Imagine there's no countries. When there is no political conflict, there is no room for war. There would be peace and everybody would be happy. A world without gun smoke would be a world where everyone could get along and be friendly. There is nothing to kill or to die for. A world without disease pandemic and natural disasters would be a world where people wouldn't have to suffer for things that aren't caused by them. This is really hard to avoid since it is the act of God. But still, we can work together as one to help the people who are affected or injured. I wish terrorism didn't exist because a world without terrorism means people wouldn't be judged by their religion anymore. We should be respectful towards others, generous with other people, equal to women, and also to people who have faith in another religion. I wish poverty wasn't a big issue as it is today. Imagine people wouldn't have to worry about how they and their families were going to live for another day and if they were going to have a loaf of bread on the table. You may say, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I wish someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. So, if your wishes are the same as mine, we can work together to solve all these problems for ordinary people like you, like me, like us. Lastly, I would like to remind you that any conflicts or issues should be solved by peaceful dialogues and in harmonious condition. There is no problem in this world which could not be solved by peace, and there is no need for violence or war. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, CK, for that speech. Good job, good job.
Thank you.
All right, before you take your seat, we do have a question for you. My question for you is, you listed a lot of different issues in your speech, like poverty,
Yeah.
war, racism, and all of that. Out of all of those issues, which one do you think is the most important that we should focus on?
I think it's like racism and poverty.
Yeah, could you? Why?
Because like racism, like there's a lot of news about like people hating other people for their religions or countries. And poverty, it's just a big issue. There's people dying. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Thank
you, CK. Round of applause. Okay, I would like to invite our next speaker today, Khongkwan. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Kwan Pirata. My nickname is Khongkwan and I am 9 years old. Today, have you ever wondered something, that the world was so beautiful before? Well, yes, it was. Today, I'm going to be telling you about Unite the World, and this is my opinion too, so please don't take it seriously. So, today I have an idea to make the world beautiful again. It might look easy, but it's actually hard. Number 1, try to not cut the trees down and try to plant more of them. So if we cut the trees down, there won't be any home for animals. And when there's no home for animals, there won't be a home for the world too. Second, every time when you're finished brushing your teeth, or when you're going out with your friends or sharing, make sure when you're in the bathroom to always close the lights and the shower and the sink. But if it's in your room, then make sure to turn off the lights and the air conditioner, so we don't have to pay a lot, and so we can help the environment more. Third, try saving gas. Like if it's a close place, example, this is your house and this is where you want to go, try to use a bicycle, a car, not a car, but try to use a skate or anything. But if it's a little far, try to use a bus. Now this thing I really don't want it to ever happen again is a war, because when there's a war, I don't want it to happen, because we really want soldiers, but not wanting them to fight, because or else we might lose the one you love the most. And then the other family would have a complete family, which that will make us not happy, and we might miss our fathers too. So if the thing I really said is happening, then the world will always be a beautiful world with peaceful and loving. No more thief, and the world will be only for smile for each other. No more fightings, and no more trying to battle. And if every time there's a situation like the other world, the other country needs oils, and but they have a lot of coals, and the other country have a coal, but the country need a coal, but they have oils. We can just try trading each other. Maybe that will help too. And so, I hope the thing I really said is happening. Thank you.
Oh, God.
yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Okay, Khongkwan, thank you for sharing. You listed a lot of topics, things like war, the environment, and even trading, right? What sort of things have you seen maybe in your life that sort of inspired these topics for you to talk about today?
That is like a war, and about the world is going to get hotter, and in the future it might not be as beautiful as before. It's because that's why I think of an idea to make this, and I really wanted to help the world so it could be a better place and a beautiful place where everyone could share love together. So there won't be any more wars, and people can stay as a complete family and could be more friends together. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, you may take your seat.
I really,
Thank
really
you,
struggle
Khongkwan.
that back there.
Okay, next up, I believe we have Peipei. Right? Yeah.
Ni hao, hola, bonjour. Hello everyone, my name is Peipei. I'm in grade 4 from Matadei School. Today I'm going to share to you how to unite the world. This world is a happy place for everyone and it is big enough for everyone to live happily ever after. But now something's happening to the earth. Problems, and more problems everywhere. So many problems that one person cannot solve them. Lots of people try to solve it was never solved. Today we're facing global warming, people fighting for food, water, and land. Plastic in the ocean, so many problems. Now how do we solve it? If not, listen to me carefully. I'm going to whisper to you, so be very quiet. We have to do it with our friends. Everyone on this earth has to come together to do this. Now how do we do this? This is also a secret, but again, I'm happy to share. We have to stay together as a team. Together we can do so much, alone we can do so little. We have to listen to each other, be kind, and always try to help other people. By doing this, you will be able to unite the world. This world will be a happy place, no more wars, no more fighting, and there will be enough stuff for everyone. Thank you. Bye. 再见. Ahoba. สวัสดีค่ะ.
Wait, you forgot your question.
Oh my god. I forgot that.
It's okay. People always forget the questions. Okay. My question for you is, I think that the secret or like sharing a secret kind of idea was quite interesting. How did you come up with that idea?
Because like when I went through YouTube and people started asking questions.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that speech. Next up, we have Pa. Right? Yay!
Please close your eyes and follow me to the world where it is united, where there are only friends and no enemy, where people respect each other, respect different cultures and different points of view. That world is what I want. That world is what everyone wants to see, to live in. But when we open our eyes and face reality, things are not the same. We have countries in conflict, such as Russia and Ukraine. We can feel the pain coming across ourselves as well as the others. Many millions have to evacuate, losing their homes, losing their most prized possessions, and losing their loved ones. We used to believe that in our modern world, the internet, high-speed trains, new technology, and even mobile phones can make our world much closer, more united. We can now communicate with our friends across the world. We can now travel to different places easily where we could not have done half a century ago. Our world is supposed to be more linked together, but why don't we feel united? I have an answer. Being physically alone doesn't make our world united. We need to have a better person-to-person connections. How can we do that? Every big success can be achieved from collecting small wins to bigger prizes. I will suggest each of us start with our own family. If you know how to unite our own family, we can move on to our neighborhood, our town, our city, our country, and of course, the united world is within our reach. Each of us is a small piece of jigsaw, which is needed to form together to complete the big picture. Thus, let's start from a small, simple step, learning our way towards our goal. A goal where it doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak, what skin color you have. We will always respect each other, and that is my united world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I love the idea of talking about uniting families and uniting communities. I thought that was great. What is one way that you've tried to unite your family or unite yourself within your family or your community?
I try to keep some time for family values and try to keep away from electronic devices to be together with my family and just quality time. Thank you.
Great.
All right, great. Our next speaker, we have Jaja, right? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Jaja Viswasirvong. I am from Ramudi International School. I am in 5th grade and I'm 10 years old. Today I will be talking about Unite the World. What is Unite the World? Let's break the phrase down into just unite. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, unite means to come or bring together to form a whole, which can mean to have peace on earth, accepting other people's belief, race, gender, and age, and just respecting each other for who we are. How about the world? I am positive that a lot of you know what the world is, the place that we're standing on right now, the Earth. The world carries 195 countries, and 193 of them are part of the member states in the United Nations, or UN. So uniting the world means accepting and believing all 195 countries, the whole 7 billion citizens of the world. To unite the world, and from my perspective, what makes me personally saddest is when I see children on the streets, selling food, drinks, flower garlands, and even begging, and worst of all, living below poverty line. I know that child poverty is happening all throughout the world. Therefore, in my small little world, I will start by doing the following 7 things to overcome child poverty. 1. We can start small and unite our age group first. For example, I can invite my friends or people I know to believe in my idea, and then we can form a group. 2. Use adult influence. Us kids don't have as much power as an adult, so it will be amazing if we can lobby our parents, teachers, and elders to help us influence in our idea of getting rid of child poverty. 3. Start producing videos and printing materials of children on the streets so people can start to appreciate how much they are suffering to survive on the streets of Bangkok. 4. Spread the issue of child poverty to the public by word of mouth, public speaking, and spreading around pamphlets to people we know. 5. Use the power of technology by creating websites and hoping that it will go viral. 6. After we have gained acceptance by the public, we will then start to recruit more and more people into joining our group, and then we can create more satellite groups. 7. We will then start to accept donations of all kinds. For example, books, toys, monies, food and drinks, shelters, etc. The outcome that I hope to expect is there's going to be less child poverty and we will see less children on the streets suffering throughout my region and more groups like us being formed throughout Thailand and to be followed by the rest of the world. When should we do this? We should have done it yesterday. Actually, this is the first day we laid foot on earth. At the end of the day, the world must come together as one and have at least as possible child poverty. I will end my speech with a saying, we lead by others to follow. Thank you.
Good job, good job. My question for you, Jaja, is you talked about child poverty being the main topic, and I agree that that is a very important issue to talk about. What inspired you? Is there any event or an experience that you had that inspired you to talk about child poverty?
So when I go to school, I go in a car with my parents, and on the streets, I see children selling flower garlands, and like not a lot of people buy it, and I feel really bad for them. Cause me also like a child myself, I can imagine how bad that feels to like not have like a lot of things that we normally use today, like technology or going to school, and they like have to be on the streets selling with their parents. And at home they could like they might not even have a home, and they could like just like lay on the ground and sleep there. So I feel really bad for them, and yeah.
Okay, good job. Thank you, Jaja. Our audience is excited after that speech, huh? I would like to invite our next speaker, Kim, for your speech.
Hello guys, thanks for coming to listen on how much problems the world has and how we can fix it. I know right now no one really cares about the world and it's a really big problem. Many deaths happen worldwide just because of wars like Russia versus Ukraine. At this rate, the world population will shrink little by little. Sometimes when you don't like your country, you're just going to start something like a revolution. Many people start wars and revolutions, sometimes over dumb things. For example, the pig war started over a shot of a little pig, and the football war started over just some tied game in football. The emu war, the solution to the emu war was just better fences, even though they killed over 1,000 emus during the war. The American Civil War started over slavery, and we could have avoided it by peacefully just talking to each other and stopping slavery through not through force, but we can just talk to each other, stop using slaves. And then the Russian Revolution started over the Tsar not using their country properly and like wasting material over dumb stuff. If the Tsars were nice, nothing would have happened. But even after the revolution, the Soviet Union collapsed. So what was the point of the revolution, killing 3 million people? The point is, we must unite together and start world peace sometime. There was never a time in the world there was a world peace. In 1815, more wars happened. In 1817, a war happened. In 1812, a war happened. Sometimes, when a war starts, it can lead to another war. For example, after World War I, the Treaty of Versailles was signed and later led to World War II by Hitler. If World War I never was made, then World War II would not start also. Sometimes wars can kill millions, even to billions at this rate. So that's why I hope the world can change paths and go to world peace. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kin, thank you. You talked a lot about history. I loved hearing that because I love
yes.
history, sir.
Yes.
How do you see yourself playing a role in the future and making a world that's peaceful? Where do you see yourself fitting in?
Like when I see people using slaves, I'll try to tell them like to stop using them. When I see racism, I will try to stop it.
Oh, awesome, Kin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kin. Now we have our last speaker for this morning. We have Zumo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Suparhatto Wishvisha or Zumo. You can call me Zumo for short. Today, I'm talking about Unite the World. So let's get started. Uniting the world is a fundamental to not only the current generation, but to all future generations. That follows. When it comes to improving the quality of life for all life on Earth, we must consider that improving education standards, taking control of our planet's environments, and creating the most controllable society, acceptable world is absolutely essential for all the continued progress of humanity. Learning to work together with respect and harmony is extremely important. If we are to achieve our goal at creating vibrant, healthy world which is everyone can attain a good quality of life, we must be able to set aside our superficial difference and instead apply our combined knowledge to solve problems and make improvements. Though creative thinking people can adopt their current resource to make their best way of what they have to maximize and usefulness and potential. One such an area would be great benefit from a united stance to the civilization of new trees and planting projects. We are currently destroying our trees and plants at an alarming rate. It seems particularly important that we should stop destroying trees and consider that we know that Amazon reforest, as we know also the lungs of Earth, is getting destroyed rapidly. We can take practical stance by making our own pre-planned event where we can educate our most important to preserve our trees and also create new environments that can be enjoyed for many years to come. Projects like this could help to create sense and ownership and responsibility for young age, and that will gradually change the overall landscape of how we think about our planet. It is crucial that we unify ourselves as one group and work together, unite the world, create the world that future generations will be proud of. Thank you.
Um, Thank you, Zumo. All right. There was a focus on the environment and about the future generation, right? Um, why do you think we should care about the future generations?
Because if there is no future generation, what are we doing good in this generation for? Even so, if we did very well in this generation, the future generation is the one who's getting the most things from us. So we should save our earth and care for the future generations. The future generations can be like our babies, our friends, and much more. It could be our sons. It can be everyone. So we should care about them, and the future still depends on us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, those are all of our speakers for this morning session. I would like to thank all of our speakers. Give yourselves a round of applause for a job well done. Amazing speeches all around. Now the judges will go do our deliberation. I believe we have some snacks while you wait. So we'll be about 10 minutes like that, and then we'll be back while we make our decisions. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to the Point Avenue Public Speaking Competition. We've done the workshop. We've done the competition. We've heard the speeches. We've heard the answers to the questions from judges. Now there's only one thing left, and that is the results? No, it's my speech. Yes, results, yeah. But before results, yeah, a little bit of a speech, right? Me and Mr. Joseph were definitely mind blown by the speeches today. We thought that they were great. We thought that the students here have a lot of potential, especially at this age. With what you guys gave today, you have a lot of potential to grow into amazing, amazing speakers and amazing, amazing orators in the future. You're already great, amazing speakers now. You'll become even greater in the future. Yeah, and I would like to thank everyone for participating in this competition today. I would like to thank the parents for giving us their trust and support to send your children here to this competition at Point Avenue today. Thank you for taking the time, and thank you for showing up. This event would not have been a success as it is today if it were not for our speakers, for the parents, and for everyone who was involved in making this event a success. Now, let's go to the results. Drum roll. I have here in my hand the results. In third place goes to CK! Congratulations! All right, here you go, CK. Let's take a picture. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. All right. Congratulations, CK, for third place. Now we have second place and first place. In second place, we have Pa! Congratulations! All right, here you go. You're gonna take some pictures. Oh, get my hair out of the way. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you. Congratulations. Okay, last but definitely not the least, since they're in first place, of course they're not the least. First place, our champion for the first edition of Point Avenue Public Speaking Competition. Their name will go down in the history books and be remembered forever as the first champion of this competition, even until 100 years into the future. Too much? Wow. Our champion is, drum roll!
Thank you, man. I was judging right here.
Jaja! Congratulations! Good job. You deserved it. Yeah. Okay.
How you
There
doing?
we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, great. Congratulations. Before we do photo session, I think we could do like closing. Oh, yeah, we close it and then we do a photo session. Thank you again to all the participants. Congratulations to all of the winners. And congratulations still to those who haven't won yet. There's always next year, there's always a lot more competitions that you can join. Everyone here was great. It was definitely a hard choice, a hard decision for us to make. But we think that the people who got the prizes definitely deserve them. If we had more prizes, we would give more prizes to everyone. Great. Before we end the competition, I would like to also tell everyone, the viewers and the students here as well, about Point Avenue a little bit, that we have a bunch of workshops coming on. We have a creative writing workshop. We have a journalism workshop. We have a debating workshop. We have fun with fiction workshop. We have a bunch of different workshops, a bunch of different classes that you can sign up. Make sure on your way out that there's a bunch of people that you can ask. Anyone wearing this Point Avenue shirt, they would be more than happy to help you out. Thank you again for joining, and thank you everyone online for watching. See you next year. Bye!